a Saturday, and it was snowing in State College. And I remember getting home from my ROTC class and sitting there and watching this entire flight, all three orbits. Passing out, which is definitely bad music, so don't do that. Please, you and your kids as well, make sure that you are all day long. I'm not talking about you just over to some bad work. Okay. Okay, got it? You see what's going on out here. If you look out to the right, you see the MV-22 Osprey and the 1911 Curtiss Pusher. Now this is a replica, obviously, of the Curtiss Pusher, the airplane that we'll tell you about more later. But this is the history of naval aviation. This is a replica of the first airplane to land on a naval ship. We'll give you the full history in a little bit. But I want you to get your camera out and take pictures of this, because you will not see this again. If you go to another show, another naval air show, naval air station
the Osprey's coming
you may well see the Curtiss Pusher, because you're going to do a few more shows before the year is over. But you aren't going to see the Osprey.
See the Osprey?
You bring a picture as this comes by.
Right here, Keegan.
And I'll just be quiet.
There's the Osprey.
Let you watch it through. Curtiss Pusher flies you back to the beginning of naval aviation.
So did you guys understand what that was? This is the newest plane in the Navy. So the oldest
civilian demonstration pilot of this modified Curtiss Pusher flew this proof of concept experiment under the guidance of Navy Captain Washington Irving Chambers and aircraft designer Glenn Curtiss. USS Pennsylvania and her skipper, Captain Bob Pond, figured prominently in several subsequent attempts by Chambers and Curtiss to bring naval aviation to shipboard operations. This puzzle aircraft we see today is a replica of that 1911 Curtiss Pusher flown aboard ship by Eugene Ely on that January morning. What you will not hear is the roaring thunder from that primitive 130-foot wooden deck aboard USS Pennsylvania in 1911, and the Navy's first aircraft carrier, the USS Langley, in 1922, to the massive Ford-class supercarrier under construction today. Thousands of naval aviators have crammed aboard to the carrier pilot transport of Meatball, Airspeed, lineup. It all began with the awkward-looking aircraft you see before you right now. As you watch and listen to this Curtiss, you won't see daredevil barnstorming tricks and thrills. What you will see is state-of-the-art in airplanes of 100 years ago, when America was just emerging as a world power. The Ford Model T was only 3 years old. Travel was mainly by horse and buggy. Villages and perhaps one or two had this full-scale replica of Eugene B. Ely's USS Pennsylvania airplane. This plane has flown to 12 centennial aviation events this year alone, logging flight time over much of the Northeast and Midwest of this fair land, flying many more hours and over much more challenging terrain than Glenn Curtiss ever envisioned. The Curtiss crew has landed at over 100 airports en route on a 3,500-mile odyssey, bringing a small bit of naval aviation lore to the American heartland. Pilots Andrew King, who is actually flying right now, Bob Coolbaugh, and Mark Holliday fly about an hour at a time. At 55 miles an hour, this means we see a whole lot of America in this small-town airport. We have the Curtiss crew, volunteers who have followed our hops across the country from show to show, maintaining the Curtiss and answering thousands of questions about naval aviation's first 100 years. reflects its commitment to the legacy and the future of naval aviation. We thank Wiley for having the vision to support this Curtiss Pusher Centennial Adventure. Just as a personal aside to this, as you're watching this plane flying back and forth, my grandfather, when he was very, very young, learned to fly in a Curtiss Pusher off the water at Patrick Henry. That's next to Langley Air Force Base. The swamps there, and I have pictures of him in the airplane in his lambskin flight suit, and he has a United States pilot's license, number 2 legacy, which we now celebrate at the close of the first century of naval aviation. We bring you this one chance to see what it was like at the beginning. The other carrier aircraft flying here give you a glimpse of how far we have come. Who knows what the next century will bring. And we will close the presentation of the 1911 Curtiss Pusher with a salute to aviators, to airmen, and sailors who have sailed into harm's way aboard flat tops for 100 years and will for the next 100 years and beyond. Fly Navy. The Curtiss Pusher's moving out of the way, and we're preparing right now out to the right side. Out to the right. We're taking off and landing vertically, and the nacelles then rotate 90 degrees forward. You saw that happen once airborne. Converting the aircraft into a turboprop aircraft.
Pick up the trash and give it to
The
Mommy.
plane can provide VTOL, vertical takeoff and landing, with a payload of 24 troops or 6,000 pounds of cargo.
Speaking of the Osprey. Oh, what is going there? So fast.
You can also vertical takeoff and land with a payload of 8,300 pounds of cargo and a range of 220 nautical miles. The helicopter is self-deployable worldwide with a ferry range of over 2,100 nautical miles. Normal operating range is up to 1,100 nautical miles. The tilt-rotor aircraft is available in 3 configurations of 2. The fuselage is 57.5 feet long, and with the rotors turning, it is 83.5 feet wide. All right, the team is just now climbing into the airplane.